All right, so you're thinking about diving into this next-gen world Xbox gaming.
Yeah.
But deciding between the Series S and the Series X can kind of feel like...
That's a tough choice.
Yeah, like trying to choose between pizza and tacos on a Friday night.
For sure.
Both delicious, but totally different vibes.
What's interesting about this generation of consoles is that Microsoft isn't just offering like a good, better, best scenario like we've seen in the past. They've actually gone and like created two very distinct experiences. Tailored to different gaming needs and budgets.
That makes sense.
And gaming philosophies.
Exactly. It's not just like saying one is definitively better.
Right.
It's all about finding the perfect fit.
Yeah, exactly.
So to kick off our deep dive, let's unbox the Xbox Series S.
Okay.
The console that's been making waves for its surprisingly low price point.
The Series S is listed at $289 on Amazon.
Wow.
Which is practically unheard of for a new console. And looking at the reviews, people are genuinely shocked by the value.
Really?
One reviewer even said, "I was skeptical at first, but this little box packs a punch. I can't believe it's this cheap."
Okay, that's got to be music to any gamer's ears.
Right.
But let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The Series S is all digital.
Yep.
No disk drive here, folks.
Yeah.
You're diving headfirst into the world of downloads.
Yeah.
Is that a deal breaker?
Oh, it's a big one for some.
Yeah.
For those retro gamers out there who love that feel of a physical disc,
Yeah.
it's a significant shift in the gaming landscape.
For sure.
It's something that reviewers are passionately debating.
Okay, interesting.
Some, especially those who've been collecting games for years. They lament the loss of physical ownership and the ability to trade or resell games.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then others are praising the convenience and speed of digital downloads.
I can see that too.
Particularly with services like Xbox Game Pass, offering access to hundreds of games for a monthly fee.
That's a good point. Game Pass is kind of like the Netflix of gaming, right?
Absolutely.
You pay a subscription and get unlimited access to a huge library.
Yeah.
So even though you're not technically owning the games, you've got a ton of variety at your fingertips.
It's a compelling proposition for gamers who are open to exploring different genres and titles without committing to buying each game individually.
Yeah.
And a lot of reviewers are highlighting how Game Pass makes the Series S an even more attractive value proposition.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of what this budget beast can actually do. Amazon's product description boasts up to 120 FPS and lightning-fast load times, thanks to something called the Xbox Velocity Architecture.
It's a mouthful.
It is.
But it's good.
What is so special about this Velocity thingamajig?
The Velocity Architecture is essentially a combination of hardware and software designed to dramatically reduce loading times and improve overall game performance. It leverages a custom NVMe SSD, which is basically a super fast storage drive and a dedicated software API to streamline data access and processing.
So it's all about speed.
It's all about speed.
The result.
Games load practically instantaneously, and the overall gameplay experience feels much smoother and more responsive.
So no more staring at loading screens for minutes on end while your pizza gets cold.
Hopefully not.
I'm sold. What about resolution, though?
Yeah.
We know the Series X is all about that 4K life, but what can we expect from the Series S?
So the Series S targets 1440p resolution, which is still a significant step up from the previous generation's 1080p. And while it might not offer the same eye-popping visual fidelity as native 4K, many reviewers are saying that the difference is hardly noticeable, especially on smaller screens.
Interesting.
One reviewer even commented, "Honestly, for the price, the graphics are incredible. I don't think I'd even notice the difference between this and 4K unless I was looking for it."
Right, that makes sense. And speaking of storage, we know the Series S has a 512 kilobit SSD.
Yep.
Is that enough space for all those digital downloads?
That's where things get a bit tricky.
Okay.
While 512 kilobit might be plenty for some gamers, especially those who are selective about the games they install, others are finding it to be a bit cramped.
Yeah.
Particularly if they're taking advantage of Game Pass and downloading multiple titles.
Makes sense.
A recurring theme in the reviews is the need for external storage. with many users recommending picking up an external hard drive to expand the console's capacity.
And conveniently, Amazon just so happens to suggest a bunch of external hard drives.
Of course.
Right alongside the Series S.
Yeah, they're on top of it.
They're clearly onto something. It's almost like they're reading our minds.
Right.
And our storage anxiety.
Those frequently bought together suggestions offer valuable insights into how people are actually using these consoles and what accessories they're finding essential.
All right, so we've got a console that's incredibly affordable, boasts an impressive performance thanks to this mysterious velocity architecture,
That's a good one.
and offers stunning graphics, even if they're not quite 4K.
Yeah.
But we've also got those storage limitations to consider, which might push you towards investing in an external hard drive.
Right.
So far, it seems like the Series S is shaping up to be a fantastic option
For sure.
for budget-conscious gamers or those who prioritize convenience, and a vast game library over raw power and resolution.
What's remarkable about the Series S is that it doesn't feel like a compromised console despite its lower price.
Yeah.
It's delivering a genuinely next-gen experience, albeit tailored for a specific type of gamer.
Okay, so before we move on to the powerhouse that is the Series X,
Okay.
let's take a quick temperature check. What are your initial thoughts on the Series S?
Yeah, what do you think?
Are you swayed by its affordability, or is the all-digital format a deal breaker for you? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know.
And stick around as we dive into the realm of the Xbox Series X.
All right, let's do it.
All right, now it's time to step into the ring
Oh, yeah.
with the heavyweight champion of the Xbox family,
Here we go.
the Series X.
Yeah,
This is the console that's been turning heads
for sure.
with its sheer power and cutting-edge technology.
Absolutely.
But it also comes with a heavier price tag at $448 on Amazon.
Yeah, you get what you pay for, right?
Right.
What's really intriguing about the Series X, though, is that it's not just about pushing those graphical boundaries.
All right.
It's really about redefining what's possible in a console experience.
Interesting.
You know, the reviews are just filled with gamers who are just blown away by the speed, the responsiveness, and just sheer visual fidelity of this machine.
Really?
One reviewer even said it felt like stepping into a whole new dimension of gaming.
Okay, that's some seriously high praise.
It is.
Let's break down what makes the Series X such a beast. Amazon's product description throws around terms like 12 teraflops and DirectX ray tracing.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, sound a bit like something out of a science fiction movie.
I know, right?
What are teraflops?
So those terms might sound intimidating, but they represent genuine advancements in gaming technology.
Hey.
Teraflops are essentially a measure of the console's graphical processing power.
Okay.
To put it into perspective.
Yeah.
The Series X has roughly 4 times the graphical horsepower of the previous generation's Xbox One X.
Wow, that's a lot of horsepower.
And DirectX ray tracing.
Yeah, what is that?
That's all about making light behave more realistically in games.
Okay.
Creating incredibly detailed and lifelike environments.
Imagine light reflecting off surfaces, casting realistic shadows, and basically tricking your brain into thinking you're looking at a real-world scene. That's the magic of ray tracing.
That's it.
But with all this power comes a question.
Okay.
Do you need a super-powered TV
Ah, yeah, good question.
to even appreciate it?
That's where the Series X's 4K resolution and 120 hertz refresh rate come into play.
Okay.
If you've got a 4K TV that supports 120 hertz, you're in for an absolutely mind-blowing visual experience.
I bet.
But even if you're on a 1080p display, the Series X will still deliver noticeably smoother and more detailed graphics than the previous generation.
That's good to know. So you don't necessarily need to go out and buy a brand new TV to enjoy the benefits of the Series X.
Exactly.
But if you're a hardcore graphics enthusiast,
Yeah,
a 4K 120 hertz display will definitely unlock the console's full potential.
for sure.
Okay, let's talk storage. We know the Series X has a 1 TB SSD, which is double the space of the Series S.
Yeah.
But is that really enough in the age of massive game downloads?
A lot of reviewers are saying that the 1 TB SSD is like the sweet spot for this generation.
Right.
Gives you enough space to install a healthy library of games without constantly worrying about deleting things to make room. And since the Series X can leverage external hard drives for older Xbox One, Xbox 360, and even original Xbox games, that 1 TB SSD can be dedicated to the latest and greatest titles that require the fastest loading speeds.
That's a really clever way to manage storage.
Yeah.
Especially for gamers who want access to a massive library of games from across multiple generations.
For sure.
So while the Series S might push you towards external storage sooner rather than later,
Yeah.
the Series X gives you a bit more breathing room with that 1 TB SSD.
A bit more.
But let's dive into something that both consoles share.
Okay.
A commitment to backward compatibility.
Yes.
You're not just buying into the future of gaming.
Right.
You're getting access to a treasure trove of gaming history.
Backward compatibility is a feature that both reviewers and gamers are celebrating.
Yeah, I can see why.
Imagine revisiting your favorite childhood games on a cutting-edge console.
It's like a time machine.
I know one reviewer even talked about playing the original Halo Combat Evolved on the Series X and being amazed by how smoothly it ran. It's like these consoles are bridging the gap between generations of gaming.
Yeah.
And that's something truly special.
I'm already feeling nostalgic.
I know, right?
I'm digging through my old Xbox 360 games as we speak.
Yeah.
But here's a question that's been bouncing around in my head.
Okay.
Is this focus on backward compatibility holding back innovation?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Are developers forced to compromise on new ideas?
Yeah.
Because they have to ensure that their games work on older hardware?
That's a really thought-provoking question.
It is.
And it's one that's being debated within the gaming community.
Okay.
Some argue that backward compatibility stifles creativity,
Interesting.
while others believe it's essential for preserving gaming history and offering value to players.
Yeah, I see both sides.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something worth considering as we evaluate these consoles.
Okay, before we get too lost in the philosophical weeds,
Right.
let's refocus on the practical. We've got two amazing consoles, each offering a unique blend of power, features, and value.
Yeah,
The Series S is the budget-friendly champion.
for sure.
Perfect for casual gamers, those new to the Xbox ecosystem, or anyone who prioritizes a vast game library over raw graphical power.
Absolutely.
And the Series X.
Yeah.
That's the console for the hardcore gamer who demands the absolute best in performance, visual fidelity, and cutting-edge technology.
It is.
It's an investment for sure,
Yeah.
but one that will deliver a truly immersive and unforgettable gaming experience.
I completely agree.
So we've unpacked the specs, dissected the reviews, and even pondered the philosophical implications of backward compatibility.
We went deep.
We did. Now it's time to answer the ultimate question.
Yeah.
Which Xbox is right for you?
This is where it gets really interesting because there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Right.
It all comes down to your individual gaming habits, your budget, and what you prioritize in a gaming experience.
Exactly. It's like choosing a new car. Do you need a powerful sports car for weekend thrills, a reliable sedan for daily commutes, or a spacious SUV for family adventures?
That's a great analogy.
It is.
If you're the type of gamer who just craves those bleeding-edge graphics, lightning-fast load times, and the ability to just immerse yourself in these vast, visually stunning worlds, then the Series X is your ultimate driving machine.
But maybe you're more of a casual gamer.
Yeah.
You enjoy playing a few hours a week, you're on a tighter budget, and you don't necessarily need the absolute highest resolution or frame rate.
Right.
In that case, the Series S offers incredible value and performance for the price.
For sure.
And let's not forget about Game Pass.
Oh, yeah. Game Pass is a game changer.
If you're the type of gamer who loves exploring a variety of games, both new and classic, then Game Pass on either console is a must-have.
Absolutely.
It's like having a buffet of gaming experiences at your fingertips.
That's a great way to put it.
You can sample different genres, discover hidden gems, and even revisit old favorites without breaking the bank.
And that's really what makes this generation of Xbox consoles so exciting.
Yeah.
There's an option for everyone, whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting your journey.
Okay, so before we wrap up this epic deep dive, we want to hear from you. Which Xbox are you leaning towards? Are you Team Series S or Team Series X? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And tell us why you made your choice.
And be sure to check out the links in the description below for both the Xbox Series S and X. We've got some great deals for you.
And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive and found it helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insightful gaming content.
We'll see you next time.
Happy gaming, everyone!